Yeah, what's up, everybody? Shalom, shalom, shalom. Big Nez here, back again. Uh, I'm in a real good mood. Let me say this. Let's start this. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halila, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem Rekakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers out here putting up mad videos. I follow, I listen to a lot of brothers on here, but their teachings, I watch studies all day, and I thank you every last one of you brothers for edifying me every day. I also want to give a big shalom to the sisters out here who are being that Proverbs 31 sister, head wrap, fringes on, shame face, all the above. Y'all don't, we appreciate y'all too, because we all one unit here in Israel. Yeah, I think that's everybody I want to give a shout out to. So, Dave Chappelle, said some things, and maybe a little background on myself first. I am a comedian. I've done comedy for over 10 years. I've worked with mad people from Eddie Griffin, Kevin Hart, Bruce, Jay Farrow, to name a few. I've done mad shows with these people. Never toured with them, but every time they came into Boston, I was always tapped to feature for them. I don't know if they remember me. I don't care. I've never been starstruck. I was a little bit starstruck when I met Eddie Griffin, because, come on, I grew up on the guy. But after a while, we became, good friends. Now, this is pre-truth now. Bald head, eating pork, the whole nine. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai gave me a gift of making people laugh. Now, I know some of y'all might watch the studies, and some people told me I made them laugh in the studies, and all praise to the Most High for that, because I definitely want to make people laugh. Everything that's been going on right now it's been pure comedy to me, right? I mean, like, what they're putting out here for people right now, for people to deal with, to look at, and to take people's minds off of what's really going on. But us, the hopeful, like, we are still keeping our noses and eyes to everything that's going on right now. But I want to talk about this Jon Gruden thing because it's absolutely hilarious to me. All right, so if you don't know, Jon Gruden was the football coach in the NFL. He coached Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they won a Super Bowl. My uncle was a wide receiver coach in that team in 2000. So yeah, you know what I mean. And and previously he was coaching the Raiders. Now, some emails came up of him from 10 years ago, and some of the emails got him in trouble. Now some of the these emails are funny to me, right? So let's start. So one of the emails, he said, they were like, oh, they were misogynistic. Such a weak word. That's such an Esau word, right? Misogynistic. So one of the things he said was that a woman shouldn't be a referee for football. Which is funny to me, because why shouldn't they be? Referees don't see nothing, right? The referees don't call the game when they're supposed to call the game, right? Who cares, right? They look stupid anyway, the white checkered shirts. And there's probably something racist going on about that too. I should have looked at that before I did this video, but I'll do a part two if I look into it, right? So they said that women should be referees. I don't care, I'm not a woman. If a woman wants to make bad calls, let her make bad calls, all right? Women jump to conclusions that are irrational anyway, so her being a referee sounds perfect to me, all right? So the second thing he said was, he was referring to some brother, some Jake in the organization, and he said he had lips as big as Michelin tires, right? So Michelin tires. Now, that's not even humanly possible, but it's hilarious, right? He's saying the dude had big ass lips. Right? Now, anybody that's a Jake, of course we got big lips. We got some big ass lips. As a matter of fact, everything on us Jakes are big. All right? We got big tall brothers, big hand brothers, big head brothers, big muscle brothers. Our women, you know what I mean? Majority of women are big women. You know, voluptuous. Some of them are tall, some are short, but they're still big. It's what we are. But let's talk about this Michelin tire thing. Does he mean like two tires that are like big and black tires, or does he mean like Michelin Man tires, like white and ashy? I don't know. Let's be specific here, John Gruden. You're gonna talk shit about us, then you need to be specific here. All right. Now I understand you shouldn't say that, but why are people surprised by the things that Esau say about us? Does anyone remember that we are still in captivity? Does everyone still remember that this is still not our rest, like Micah 2:10? Let's get Micah 2:10 real fast here, because I don't want to make this long. I just want to talk about it. I just want to make sure we keep all this in perspective, because because give me a break, man. Like, there's a lot of things that are said and done right now in regards to how these devils feel about us, that we shouldn't even be giving this stuff any air. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the stuff doesn't even deserve any air. You know what I mean? Okay, Micah 2:10. Arise, it's in the Old Testament, y'all. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with sore destruction. Okay, this is a place we are not supposed to get comfortable in. Listen, I talked to someone today, and they're like, how's work? And I was just like, yo, the plantation's terrible. I mean, I said, oh, how's slavery for you? Well, I don't consider it slavery. People like that are the ones that, when we talk about how this famine's going to come, how these pestilences are going to come, how all these things, how the economic system is going to collapse, how Esau is going to make you, how Esau is going to tell you to get on your knees and take his ejaculate in the face, or you ain't going to get no work. Those people right there feel that's their God. And when their God puts the gun to their face, they're gonna do it. But for the hopeful elect, the ones that do pray for mercy and do our best to keep our law, statutes, and commandments and endure, we're gonna be saved out of all that. But people like that we talk to on a day-to-day basis, they're finished. So these are people that we're not even supposed to be even dealing with these people. We're supposed to look at them people and just be like, you're done. Mind you, the curses of Deuteronomy 28 are very clear about us too. All right? Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. I mean, give me a break, man. We already know that this is these are the curses of Deuteronomy. Come on, man. These people play in a league where, first of all, the children, Jake goes through everything. They start with Pee Wee football, they go all the way up to college, all up to high school, then they go to college and play for these big teams where they don't get paid and they get hurt and everything else. They got to stay healthy, and then they got to try to get in the league where they feed them drugs and white women and everything else, and tell them to shut up and play. You know what I mean? And then look at everything that they're going through. Now, we've already know that, have you ever watched a combine for football? It looks like modern day slavery. If you go back and look at any of the slave blocks that they put our ancestors on stages in front of everybody, butt ass naked, checking us out, grabbing our arms. Oh yeah, he's big, he's strong. Their heathen wife would come over there, put their hand down our pants, like, oh yeah, this is good. You know what I mean? That's what they did to us. Now go watch the combine. It's the same thing. Nigga, how fast can you run 40 yards? Nigga, how high can you jump? Nigga, how far can you jump? Nigga, run through these cones and catch this ball. And you, nigga, you throw it. It's the same damn thing. And then they go to this league and they think that everything's better because they start giving them this money. They can get their mama out the hood and all these different things. And they're doing all these, and some of them are doing these things because they want to get their mama out the hood. That's Jake's dream, to get out of the hood. In a rap song we ain't talking about getting us out of the hood, right? Get him out the hood, and then what happens? Esau's like, you're still a nigga. Then you got Randy Moss on TV crying, talking about NFL. This is terrible. This is terrible. Ain't nothing sadder than seeing a country ass nigga crying on TV. It's some of the worst. It was the most despicable I ever seen. It was despicable. NFL, you got NFL. You're a big country son, bitch. NFL, you gotta do better than that. And I'm hurting. Shut up, nigga. You still think that you're different. No matter how much money these people give you, no matter what houses you live in and how many cars you have, and you've been able to put on $200-$300 suits and they tailor and all that, guess what? You're still a nigga. These curses that we are under because our stupid ancestors worshiping other gods got us caught up in this shit. Right now we are the tail and not the head. Right now we are the ones that leave this place in fear for our lives every day. We are the ones that go through this. We are the ones that, what's it say? We are cursed in the city and we are cursed in the field. All right, that is us. Hold on, so let me get to it. You know what I'm saying? Listen to this. And the Lord and Yahweh Shemi Abishai, Deuteronomy 28:64. And Yahweh Shemi Abishai shall scatter thee among all peoples. So when people say, oh, the Gentiles and that, yeah, brothers and sisters are Gentiles because we were scattered among all the nations. So you want to know why? So you're going to see someone who might look like an Edomite heathen, but they could be a Jacob. Because what we got to do, we got to test the spirit by what? By the spirit. If you're still looking at face value for people, come on, man, you got to grow up, bro. All right? You got to grow up, sis. It's not what we're doing out here. It's about the spirit. All right, you can tell when they look at you a certain way. You know who's on them. You know if it's either Cain, you know what I mean. It's either Esau, or Jacob. It's either Cain or it's Abel. You know what I'm saying? Once again, that goes back, shows you that reincarnation. Because what? Cain killed Abel, and then now who's trying to kill us? Esau's trying to kill Jacob. Who's Jacob? Us. Who's Esau? The white man. Come on. Let's go. In the spirit. Let's go. Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Most High Yahweh Shemi Yahushai shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth to the other, and they shall serve other gods which neither thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So come on, man. How many brothers you see walking around with that cross on their chest? That's wood, right? That's an image of wood, right? Right? What's stone? A lot of these celebrities out here, a lot of these brothers out here, what? They consider themselves to be Muslims. What? They put themselves in front of a stone and pray in front of a stone. I showed my cousin this, who's a Muslim. He's like, oh, we don't worship the stone. We pray in front of it. And I was like, you're stupid. All right? Deuteronomy 28:65. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease. Is anyone around here resting? You ain't stressed out? The Bible says oppression makes a wise man mad. You ain't stressed out? You ain't pissed off? Don't listen to people that talk about that are happy with Babylon. Those people the Most High is going to gobble up. For real. The pestilence and what these people are going to break. These people are going to rape these women, and we don't even know what they're going to do to these people's kids. What the Bible? What Jeremiah? Isaiah 32. About women with child. Like, they're finished. You ain't got no covering, no man over you. Psst. They don't want to listen. But I'm going to tell them though why. Because whether they hear or know that word, or they forbear, they're going to know that there was a prophet among them. All right? We got to let them know. We got to do like what Ezekiel was saying. Ezekiel, we don't want their blood on our hands, man. All right? Deuteronomy 28:65. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease. We are in no ease here in Babylon. Neither shall their sole of thy foot have any rest. Your feet we always got to go and work. We always got to do something. We always got to keep moving. We always got to do something to pay somebody else. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing eyes and a sorrow mind. A trembling heart. We stressed out. We worried. We don't know what's going on. These people at my job, they're trying to do this to me. I worked for this job for 3 years. I had a couple problems. You know what I mean? You know, I dealt with them. You know what I mean? I had a couple problems. But now they're telling me that like my numbers, I'm like 2 points away from not having this number. And I started laughing at them. I was like, you motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But I want to be like, you know what, you motherfuckers ain't it. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, these companies don't need our, like, listen, if you're working for a company, let me keep it a buck with you. If you're working for a company, you can go online and see how much their stocks are. You can buy into their stocks, and they don't give the people who work for them stocks. They don't need your money. They don't need your effort. They don't need you. They don't need you. They don't. These companies don't need you. And guess what? You know what's going to happen to you? Like Deuteronomy 30:7 says, that all these curses that are put on the children of Israel that I'm going through right now, it's coming on them. So now you hear them. Yeah, you hear these people out here talking about how they feel slaves and they're being oppressed and stuff like that now. Yeah, that's good. Good for them, because you know what? That's just the beginning of their sorrows. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right? Deuteronomy 28:66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have no assurance of thy life. Just because you play football, how many times have you seen cops pull football players over and harass them and lock them up and everything else? Rappers, all these other things. All these niggas out here that love their oppressor, they still getting locked up. They still getting beat up. That little greasy little nigga Tiger, ex-girlfriend, he let in the house drunk and everything. He grabbed her, trying to calm her down. What she do? She called the police. This nigga's in jail now. And what multi-millionaire dude don't have cameras in his house if you're in a mansion in LA? Maybe he's not a millionaire. Maybe he got a loft somewhere on Figueroa. All right, and Deuteronomy 28:67. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even. And at even thou shalt say, would God were it morning. For the fear of thine heart wherein thou shalt fear, for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. What did our ancestors go through? Rape, murder, pillaged every day of their lives, right? Turn on the TV, we see the same thing, right? Then a day go by, then a day that don't go by when a young Jake's being killed out here. Then a day that don't go by, you don't see one of his sisters getting wrapped up by the police. And a day that don't go by when something's happened to one of us, still happening to one of us. And these niggas got the audacity to go on TV and cry about their oppressor that called them a nigger. I didn't even get to the thing I didn't get to the last thing that John Gruden's email was, but I'm gonna get there though. All right, 28:68. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, shall bring thee into Egypt again. We all know that Egypt, if you don't know, Egypt in the Bible means slavery. Bring thee into Egypt again, into slavery again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou it should be. That means that the way I'm saying it is the way it's going to happen. Listen to how our Father talked. That ain't a black man talking to you. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Slavery. Football, basketball, still slavery. Because you sign a contract and you better do what that heathen tells you to do. Or you don't. You're out of here, nigger. Get your nigger. Get out of here, nigger. That's what it is. Let's get one more. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Ecclesiasticus is Sirach, it's in the Apocrypha, right? Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. John Gruden said a black man's lips were like Michelin tires. And you have these greasy ass coons on ESPN and everything I was talking about. It's been 200 years and you still can't. You're still talking like that? They've been talking about it more now than ever. But now we're living in a culture where we have these so-called white people that are now considering themselves to be good people, and now they're just spreading it and making the playing field even. But they don't seem to realize that they're doing the work of Yahweh by Shem Shai, because it is all about making the playing field even. You wonder why? Because there's a group of people that are up here that don't want to be down here. There's a group of people that's down here that want to be up here. So what's going to happen? Eventually, the two are going to meet. It's going to be all bad. When the scriptures say, I'll put Egyptian against Egyptian and mother against father and son against daughter and mother, that's going to happen. That's happening right now. This whole cancel culture is a part of that. That's exactly what all this is. We can sit here and call it whatever we want, but all praise to Yahweh by Shem Shai. Listen, John Gruden wish he had lips. You ever seen John Gruden? That is the crustiest heathen I've ever seen. Well, no, not ever seen. I've seen some crusty heathens. But he's a crusty heathen. But he'll be fine now. He's a good old boy. That dude will be on TV and next weekend. They'll give him a job. They ain't like you're gonna see him at HEB. He's gonna see him at the local grocery store being like, paper or plastic? Oh yeah, these salmon patties are pretty good. You ain't gonna see him doing that. You know, it's not gonna happen. They take care of their own, but that's backfiring. All right, so what did we learn here so far? We learned that white people can do and say whatever they want. We can say that we're still living in a country where the so-called black man, Latino, Native American, who are the children of Israel, still don't get a fair break, and we're not going to get a fair break because we just read in '68 that no man will be able to buy us. Which means that no man will be able to save us. Marcus Garvey tried it, couldn't save us. Martin Luther King wanted us to believe he was trying to save us, but he was in bed with the devil. You can Google it right now. He would pictures him with the Rothschilds. Malcolm couldn't do it. Nat Turner tried, he couldn't do it. Sojourner, no one's going to be able to save us except who? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The email that got John Gruden fired is he called one of the football players he called him and the guy he was talking about was a dude named David Sam, right? This is Jake. And they were like, oh, he's one of the first openly gay football players. Now let's keep it a buck. If you really think that there's no gay football players in the NFL, you're stupid. There's hundreds of them. Same in Hollywood. Some of the same men that get these women all something broke all day. So they put the line on David Sam because he's a Jake. You know, it's all about making us. It's all about taking our manhood away. That's why they shaved our heads and shaved our beards and called us boy. Now we growing our beards back. We got our hair on our head. We got our jewels on. We got our fringes. You can't. We standing 10 toes down for the Lord, looking at you heathens like we wish you would. You know, so they do all that. They bring the dude in, and he was like, he shouldn't be playing because he's a, but the dude was a terrible football player. It wasn't like he was a great ball player. He was terrible. Like, he was horrible. Like, you watched him play. Like, see if on YouTube any plays he was in, you might see a video that might be 30 seconds. It might have been 2 plays. He was horrible. And they got him out the league because he couldn't play. Get out of here. He got more hype for being than he was as a ball player, right? Which already showed you the agenda. If he wanted to be a good ball player, the dude should have been training. He should have got some of the best coaches and been like, listen, I need you to teach. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I need some help. Like, give me a workout plan. Let me do something so I can get better. It didn't happen. So they got him out the league. Now this is from 10 years ago. That name, you probably don't even know who David Sam is. And some of you people might listen watch this and be like, man, I remember that dude 10 years ago. So bring it all back in is that, I mean, in the scriptures about women, how women shouldn't be over a man. But like I said, if women want to make bad calls for football, let them go be referees. So what? They should let me be a referee because I'll just stand there with that ugly shirt on. And I'll just do this. I'll just watch the plays all day and be like, whoa, that's a great throw, Tom Brady. Did you see that? Did you see that? He was holding him. Nope, didn't see him. Nope. And then as soon as the game's over, where's my check? You could bribe me all day if I was a referee. All right, Nesby. We need you to make some bad calls. Okay. Sure. Hey, 750,000. All right, but I ain't no referee. But so he made these comments about them. They got him out of there. Say whatever you want to say about the niggas. Say whatever you want to say about our beautiful, black, crusty, juicy lips that your women want to kiss all day and that you wish you had. Say that about us all you want. Cause you know what's so funny? I ain't hear the dude he talked about say nothing. I didn't hear him say a word. Where's he at? I mean, if he passed away, then he can't, like, if he passed away, that's worse. If he passed away, he can't speak up for himself. You doing all this for him? We don't. This is ugly. But let's keep it in the spirit. All right. We are living in a time right now where the devil is pushing a narrative right now that it's still with white supremacy. They're using the BLM thing to push white supremacy still. And they're using these wicked Eves to do it. Let's go to First Maccabees, excuse me. I don't know why I can't talk. First Maccabees 1:11. All right. First Maccabees 1:11. All right. And this is in a time where we were falling out of the grace, the mercy, and the protection of the Most High. Right? We were gone. And the heathen started taking over. The heathen started destroying our temples, cutting our hair. Like, I mean, and I don't mean like they're coming in there like with a bullhorn, coming in there like sitting down with a clipboard and being like, well, this is what I need you to do. No, it was all by force. Okay? But this is how, listen to this and tell me this Bible is a true book. It is, but I like to, let's prove it. Let's show you how beautiful this book is. First Maccabees 1:11. Once again, this is in the Apocrypha. Apocrypha means what? Hidden books. There's always precepts to that, but let's get it going. In those days, there were out of Israel, we all know who Israel, the chosen, right, the 12, wicked men who pursued many, saying, many are other Israelites, saying, let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since they have departed from them, we have much sorrow. This goes right back into these people that we know that consider this place their rest. That Micah 2:10 means don't mean nothing to them. But at the same time, those are people that the Most High don't want. You know what I mean? The Bible says He chose us. If we read these scriptures and we get it, we get conviction, and the dust and the things that held us back fall off us. Where Scriptures say, "The truth shall set you free," and you become free. You could be a part of the hopeful elect. You feel me? But there are people, these are the people that we call these coons, right? Let us go, let's read this again. First Maccabees 1:11, in those days went there out of Israel. So it's very clear, in those days there were men in Israel that went out and they persuaded many, which meant they were like, man, look, yo, when Esau was here, your business was flourishing, right? When Esau was here, yo, you were able to make money, right? You were able to go buy shoes, you were able to go buy cars, you were able to go get that dress you wanted. Yo, we had money, remember? Yeah, man, but we got to keep these all sides together. Look, man, we got to, listen, it's about this money right now, son. We got to get this money. That's how these niggas talk. Persuaded many, saying, let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. You can't walk out your door without seeing one of them. Around about us. For since they have departed from us, since they ain't over here no more, man, we've had so much sorrow. It's just been so terrible being around my own people struggling. I don't want to be around these niggas, man. These broke niggas, man. Broke ass niggas, man. I'm gonna go over here, man. I'm gonna talk to these here. I'm gonna go over here and talk to these folks, man. I'm gonna get this money. You see it all day. Don't come on. Listen, from here on out, anytime you see a so-called Jake on TV talking, give them a little bit of time to see where they're coming from. A lot of them are not going to be coming from these scriptures. You got to make sure you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot more of these First Maccabees 1:11s. I mean, these are the same people. These juveniles out here telling people to vax that thing up. You see, I mean, there's just so many of them. You know, I don't want to say Brian Gumbo because I don't know if the brother's that. I mean, I know he went to war with some of them, but I mean, he's in Hollywood. You know.